Namaskar, Sat Sri Akal, Jai Hind, Vande Mataram. Today I'm going to talk about the one thing which I learned from few books, I would say, from my personal own experience, and uh, the result I have seen most of the time people says it the process matters, but the result doesn't. But most of the time in mindset we have that, oh, whether did you get a result, did you really do it, did you really get it, what is that? Before coming to the point, most of the time in this age where we are in, like, I would say a very faster age or short, short videos, we are very impatient, we don't have the patience to see the things. In that age we are in now, because of internet we are connected, however we are not connected in reality, because we are on the virtual reality, and that's impacting us a lot. However, still there are many people who are actually wanted to do things in their own manner, in their own way, and they are getting the results. Why they are getting it? The question is, what really we want? Is that we want just a, ups and downs in the mobile, or something else, or we just want to sit idle? But there are many people are sitting idle, but not this. It's running in mind. So mind is running always. So even if you are able to sit idle in a still position, like you're just still, but you're not thinking in your mind, and that's where you're becoming a higher level, higher beings. We called it as a yogi or something else. You're not that, and even many of us not. Let's not go to that point. I'm talking here. So what I'm talking here, I'm talking about the one which is always been there. Our ancestors, हमारे पूर्वजों ने हमें सिखाया है कि that is the focus. Many books, many saints, sages, yogis, teachers, management persons, management leaders, lot of motivational speakers are talking about this. But what is that reality? Are we really having that understanding of focus? What is the focus then? We talk about focus. We are, oh yes, I'm focused. I'm watching a mobile. I'm not listening anywhere. What are you doing really? You know, that's not the focus. That's something you are not in control. That's your subconscious mind. You're releasing the, I would say that is dopamine, and you are consciously short videos or something where you are happily searching up and up and up, and you don't know what's going on, but you're not happy, you're not in control, you're not in focused. So where's the focus? Someone has told in one book, if you have focus of even of a 5 minutes, what I'm talking about is 5 minutes, you are way beyond a person, you're way beyond a personality. He's talking about only 5 minutes. Are we really not doing that? Or we say, no, entire day I was focusing on this job and I was not able to get it, and I was tired and I was doing this and that. But reality, no, you're not even focused on 5 minutes on one thing, because if you're focused, you will do it 100%. What is it meaning? When you're doing something, you simply just watching a seminar, watching a video who is talking about your technology or your management or something else. Are you really focusing on it? You're focusing on it means that you are getting it 100% in your mind. What does it mean? It means that when you are doing any activity, you are really concentrating to that activity and not allowing your mind to distract you, or your mind is not going anywhere else. Like, I am doing something and my mind says, oh my god, yesterday I did that, should have done this way. Tomorrow I'm going to go there, but in mind, it's going on and on. You know, I want to give him something. I want to get it something. I have to go it early. I have to do it this, that. Your mind is continuously running. You know that there how many thoughts in your mind in a day? 60,000 thoughts. Are you able to stop it? Are you able to get it? No, nowhere. But you can control it eventually doing the practice. But what is it? There are a lot to discuss about. I'm not going to discuss here. What I am talking about here is that the focus. The focus on which, where, how, or any matter, object, things, learning, anything. There are being persons or people saying that within a 21 days, that's a base mark. Many tutors has taught us that 21 days you can do anything. It means simply it's like 21 days, or you say 3 weeks. If you focus on something, you'll for sure you will learn that thing, whatever it is. So, and another thing is, if you hit that your mind that I can do it, you will be able to do it. And why I am creating this video now is that I just started thinking in the month of around April that I want to do the job in IBP, that's integrated business planning in SAP, for the advanced planning, which is coming in the replacement of APO. That's called advanced planning optimization. That future it will be replaced by the IBP. Now, I had worked as an end user, so few of who are in a business or the jobs, they will understand this what I'm talking about here. So but I wanted to work as a consultant. However, I didn't have a single implementation background, not a single. I had worked in a support background with the company, but only one implementation. That also not a completely I was handling. I was supporting role. So I wanted to do a job in that as a consultant role. For that, I was starting search. Was there anywhere in the tutor? Then I got a luckily a tutor, and then he trained. However, I knew it. If I focus properly, I can get it there what I want. And I'm telling you, right now I'm here with my current job. You can go and search. I'm working as a consultant. Within just 3 months, I got a training, and within next 1 month, I got an offer, and I cracked the interview, and I could get it. You're getting it. What I'm trying to say here. When I did my graduation, after that, my graduation from the Marathwada, and there is no much of learning about English. I would say I wanted to learn. I wanted to speak in English. I wanted to do a job, and I knew that most of the jobs required this language. I'm not saying you have to do it. It's the different topic, but I'm talking about here. I wanted to learn the language. I started it. It took me 2 years. I'm talking about why, just because of I was not having that focus. But eventually I learned it. So anything you can do it eventually. However, if you focus it, you will do it within a 3-4 months maximum. 21 days you can learn and you can practice, and within 2-3 months you can be a superior in that, and you have to continue, but you need not to stop that. You can learn many things in a memorization memory thing. There are lots of videos on YouTube. You can go and search on that. However, again, I'll be coming to my point where I was talking about the focus, the mindset. If you do that, set in your mind that you can do this by hook or crook, you will be able to do it. But however, you have to do the practice. You have to do the work, hard work, smart work, whichever way you find somewhere to yourself, not the other one has done and you will do the same replica. No, you can find your own way, that this way I can do it, whether it by videos, by study on the books, by learning from the lecturer, you know, by listening. A lot of ways are there, and you can go there and find out anything in the world is done by any human. You can go and you will learn it. Whenever I talk about the learning thing, the focus thing, the understanding thing, one name hits my mind, and that's, you all must all know, that's Elon Musk. That's a guy who, not completed his degrees and all, but he read a lot of books, and we talk about lots of the time that, hey guy, this is not a rocket science, you do it simply, you can't do that. But that saying also, he cracked it. He did the rocket science without the, we call it an official university or something, taught by further scientists, that he studied and he did it. Yeah, you call it as an extraordinary person, but every human being who is ordinary had some of, or one of the quality, some or one or more the qualities which are extraordinary, which you can do it by practicing, and you become from ordinary to extraordinary. There is no way to stop you from being that, from ordinary to the extraordinary. Lots of people who has gone from this to that level, those were not born as extraordinary people. There are very few, minor, point one we would say, maybe they had an ability, from the childhood, but most of them learned it, practiced it. Even the simple thing of a leadership or the public speaking or anything, which is not a basic like you got in mind and you from childhood background you did that. No, you practiced it and you become a that personality, and you carry on it. You don't, if you stop it, it will be like your brain is having some kind of a programming that if you stop few things, eventually it will be kept aside, right? Some things you knew in the past and now you say, yeah, I'm a bit of it, I used to make it very fast in the past. You're not able to make it now. Why? Because you stopped that practice. If you, even if you get it, eventually you will be able to do it faster if you do it practice. All right. So, not to diversifying or not to diverting the topic, I'm coming here again on that point again, where I'm talking about is the focus, is your mindset. From anywhere you are in the world, and whatever you want to do, you can do it. A few of them will be like, oh, I've been studying for there is an instance when I was around I think after 12th, I had gone some of the areas where there was civil works going on. I had, my uncles were there, and he said that for 1 or 2 months, if you want to work before studying, for further. I went there and I was like doing something normal work, like there, cleaner and the machine operator, support them and helper, something kind of works there. So there was a guy who said like, I have studied from the Bombay and then came here and nothing is there, reservation, lots of stuff he was talking about, the you can't do this area, there's no way to live for the open caste, the general category. The issue is that we are stuck with that, one thing is, oh no, sarkari naukri, the government job, we can't get it because of the reservation. Yeah, for sure there are some challenges, some very tough things, because we are in a popular country where lots of people, and we have to compete for 100 place. There are n number of crores of people are there standing in the line, and you have to crack them that way. But the thing is it that only thing in the world you can do it? Can't you do other job? Can't you do other business? Can't you do any other activities? Can't you do any other sports? Can't you do any other martial arts? There are lots of things. The acting, the dancing, the karate. You're best at it. You can find out those things and then start focusing on that. You will get your best results. There are people in villages I have seen. They're huge, talented, brilliant people, but they are lost. They are lost because they just found out that, yeah, my father used to do the farming. Even if I don't know how to do, I have to do the same thing because I can't do in teaching, learning, and there's nothing. The jobs are there out there. There's in Marathi we have a kahavat. शिकून कोणी मोठा झालाय का? And I can tell you, I'll bet you, come to me, I'll tell you which background I've come from, and where am I now. And my few friends are there with me, more than me, beyond me, I would say. And many are there who are doing the same jobs which their ancestors could not get it properly, and they are still doing the same thing. Even they are painters, but they are much talented painters, but few of them are doing regularly painting jobs, doing regular diving job, doing regularly farming also. You can do a lot better, much better, but the people are not able to open their minds. They're just stuck with that. I'll do this only. And they are not, I would say, they are very much like, you would say that no, they are happy in their whatever they are doing. No, not, they are not. Otherwise they would not have compared. They would have not compared with many. Like, they would say, oh, if this would have been done, that would have, he would be there. No, boss, you could have done it. You can still do it. There is no time gone. There are people who are learning at the age of 50, age of 70. Age doesn't matter. I always keep in mind when I talked about this, when I see USA presidents, like recent president, I would say Obama and Donald Trump. At the age of 49, the Obama was retired, and the age of 72 or above 70, the Donald Trump was elected as a president. So age is just a number. It doesn't matter. At the age of 95 or around something, there was Japanese president, prime minister was there. At the age of 95, 60, around, even above 50, most of the people are like retired feeling, and they are like out of the world. They're like, oh yes, I'm near to die now. Are you're 50 years still there. You can do a lot of things by. You understand that? It happened to me that when I was trekking one of the forts, and there was a guy who was 60 age, and he traveled 200, more than 250 forts, and he was more than faster to us. We were like 24, 25 age people, and we were scared to track those areas where he was smoothly going on. Age of 60, 60 crossed. Why? He practiced, he focused, and he can do it. We know that many people does it. There's a story always been told while talking about the reaching beyond milestone. From the childhood, there was, I heard his name, I'm not getting here, Javed or someone from Pakistan, and he was the one who was around 195 or something. Till 2010, Sachin came with 200 cross. The 200. Till that time, it was being said always that no one can reach the 200 in one day. And once the Sachin is done that, after that, you count. Now you cannot count it. Sehwag, Rohit Sharma, you have Chris Gale, you have many others who have crossed that 200 line. And Rohit Sharma, that 264 Naka. Why? Because we have a mindset here. You can't do this. You can't do that. Till someone does it. Oh, he has done it now. They know this. So now what? I'm diverting the topic. If it is that, I'll stop here. But again, I will repeat, the focus you can get anywhere, from beginning to end, from poor to rich, from ordinary to extraordinary, from normal to superior to super, whatever you call it. But guys, make my word that you can do anything in this world just by focusing what you want. Keep the focus, keep the understanding what you want to do, start doing that. You will be able to do it. Best of luck. Thank you so much.